Steelers Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. This deserves a car video. Do you know why? Because I just saw the news on Twitter, and I've been very busy at work and stuff like that, and just getting home right now. I saw on Twitter, there was a tweet going around the old X, was saying Aaron Rodgers has interest in signing with the Minnesota Vikings. I say thank fuck. Yep. Thank fuck. I really hope it doesn't sign, to be very honest, Steelers Nation. I really hope that A-Rod doesn't sign. I wouldn't mind seeing the Steelers run it back with Mason Rudolph, maybe go and draft someone this year in 2025 in the later rounds, like round 2, round 3. We haven't got a second round pick, so maybe round 3. I'm pretty happy with the quarterback that is Mason Rudolph. Let's give him a chance. Big shout out as well to the Arsenal DB, who gave me a shout out on his channel. So the shout out back to you, mate. Doing really great work, and I think you're almost near 1,000 subs. So you've been pumping out the content too, and a lot of Steeler videos going around now talking about A-Rod to the Steelers. Russell Wilson, I'm not too sure what happened in Cleveland. There wasn't a deal done there, and he went and saw the Giants too. Could the Steelers bring back Russell Wilson? I'm happy with that. If that happens, we'll see, you know what I mean? If that happens and Russell Wilson is QB1, or could be a quarterback competition with Mason Rudolph, that could be a real thing. But I was also listening today too to DK Sports, and he's pretty fed up with it too. This whole Aaron Rodgers crap is just stupid. 1, it's too much money, and 2, the guy's washed. And if he does sign, I'm gonna have to do an angry rant video, even worse than this, even more angrier, because I fucking don't want him. I want him to retire. I want him to stay with the Vikings, go back to the Packers. I don't care. Aaron Rodgers to me would be a cancer in the locker room. I just don't want it to happen. I want to see our Steelers play some positive team football, and what better way to run it back with Rudolph, and Rudolph could be QB1. The old redemption story that is Mason Rudolph coming back to Pittsburgh, 2-year deal, $4 million to be a quarterback. Can he have a good 2 years here? Maybe we'll see a playoff victory. Maybe we'll see an AFC North division win. We'll see some good TDs, and he can, you know, I was listening to DK as well. He can step up into the pocket. He can find his receivers. That is GP, DK Metcalf, Calvin Austin. This could be a team that Mason Rudolph could have fun with, and start to, you know, move the ball around to Fryermuth and Darnell, and see what happens with Donald Parham Jr. The Steelers didn't end up getting Kyle Juszczyk. The Steelers also signed Ben Skowronek and Scotty Miller. But I'll probably talk about more those receivers in additions in my big podcast, G'day Steelers Nation, on Steel Curtain Network, and also on the channel in a few days' time. So a lot of exciting things happening. Been very busy as always, and trying to fit these in. Just been tough. I'm trying to organize a tournament at the moment at my job, a pickleball tournament. So all my focus and energy and attention has gone that way. But also my focus is pretty much, do not sign old man Rodgers. Don't want to see it. I don't want to see old man Rodgers in black and gold Steelers uniform. Also too, I want to talk about the number 4. Used to be Kyle Allen's number. The Steelers gave number 4 to DK Metcalf, which is the second time they've given out a single-digit number to a receiver or quarterback or specialized, you know, a single digit that wasn't a quarterback, wasn't a punter, wasn't a kicker. I think in the history of the Steelers, organization, they gave it to that outside linebacker. I can't remember his name, Melvin someone, or it was wearing number 8 or something like that. Can't remember his name, but he wasn't too good. Then he like quit the team. So the Steelers feel that confident in giving number 4 to DK Metcalf, who then also, you know, I guess got engaged to his wife or fiance now. That's kind of cool. Chris Boswell, other news too, had a little baby. So things are happening, man. TJ Watt had a baby. I'm really happy for this club. I'm starting to get back into it again. Starting to feel pretty motivated about our team and our Steelers. I just don't want to see Aaron Rodgers sign. I really don't. To be very honest, I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers in a Steelers uniform. I think he'd be a cancer, a toxic person for the club. I feel like he would throw people under the bus. He wouldn't work well, I don't think, with DK Metcalf and Pickens. He's all about himself. I think the fact that he's not signing with anyone and making teams wait, it's just really annoying, you know, because we're still linked to him. And the Steelers apparently we've reached out to a deal. I don't want to see them sign a $45 million 2-year deal, wasting money there. I'd rather the Steelers go out and get some better help on the D-line, or improve, maybe you go and get another running back and you draft one as well. I'd rather see money go somewhere else and the money go towards TJ Watt and the money go to other defenders than I would want to see money and cap room go towards a washed up quarterback who will go to the Hall of Fame, and he's had 1,000,000 yards, but his time's done. His time's done. I just don't think he can turn around any football club. And the Jets thought he was going to be a Super Bowl champion and were one player away. Now the Vikings apparently are 1 player away, and they just signed a trade for Jordan Mason for running back. So that's kind of interesting too. It looks like that Rodgers could be signing with the Vikings. Hopefully he does, or he's going to announce his retirement. I'm not that huge on him. I never have been, just because the way he treats people as a quarterback, and he's just so I'm Aaron Rodgers and I'm this dude and I'm like I own the Bears, and he wears a title around his waist, and I don't know. Not a huge fan of Aaron Rodgers. So hopefully the Steelers do good by Mason Rudolph and give him a chance to start. They either go and trade for another quarterback, or you have a QB3 in the mix too, or you go and draft one. But the Steelers did a good deal by signing Mason Rudolph back to Pittsburgh. I'm really happy for him, and I'm happy for him to be QB1 and just run it back, man. Honest to goodness, it'll be a fun season. I don't care if we win, lose, or draw. It'll be a fun season to see Rudolph's progression as a quarterback, to get him back in the team, part of the team with the receivers, and see him cheering on and having good vibes of the team. I think it'd be fun. Overall, I think Rudolph deserves a shot at least to be QB1, and depending how they go. But we got to remember, Rudolph had a chance. Rudolph had a chance to win a playoff game with us, the Bills. That 3-game stretch where the Steelers were 7-9 or something like that. We ended up winning 10-7 to get a wild card. And then it didn't work out with a playoff win when we had to verse a really tough team in Buffalo when it snowed. The next day they didn't play in the snow, which we thought would have been an advantage. They played the day after. It's going to be interesting, I think. Rudolph went on a bit of a heater. 3 games in a row, beat the Bengals, and I think he beat. I was listening to Arsenal DB, so you're fresh in my mind. But they beat the Seattle Seahawks and Ravens, and there's one pass at Pickens, and man, he went 3-0 in the final stretch to get us a chance to the playoffs. So that could be a big possibility that they just rally around the team, they draft well, they get players, buying into that is Mason Rudolph to be the guy for the next 2 years. I think it's going to be fun, to be honest. I think if that's it, where if he wins the locker room and he wins people on his side, he gets DK Metcalf on his side, he gets Austin on his side, he gets, Ben Skoranek could be the 5th receiver. The Steelers might go and draft another receiver. So there's some good moves happening. So just checking in with Steel Nation. Thank you everyone for always watching the channel. I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to do more videos than normal, but being super busy, life just gets in the way. I wish I could have an editor or someone, to do, or maybe AI could do videos for me. But I'm really busy at the moment, and I'm just wanting to vent and let off steam. I don't want Aaron Rodgers. I would rather them go and get Russell Wilson to come back, and maybe he could have a big chance, because he played pretty good too. A big chance to win a playoff game and get the Steelers moving forward in the right direction. Go and draft younger at the QB position, get some younger players in the D line, and I'm excited too to see Cole Holcomb back. I saw a video he was working out too, so he's coming back and back from his injury. Troy Fautanu on the line as well. I'm excited to see what he can do in his second year. Didn't get a chance, had his injury. The Steelers do have a bit of a chance this year in 2025, I think, to win playoff games, win the division, and take it to the Bengals, Browns, and Ravens. I think we're in it. We just got to find out over the next few weeks how many more moves happen, and is there any more Steelers, big news, or who are they going to draft and stuff like that. But I do not want Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. I would rather run the whole season with Mason Rudolph, and that would be fun. If he was winning games and not throwing interceptions and becoming a leader for the Pittsburgh Steelers, that would be fun. That'll be so much fun to see 65,000 fans get behind Mason Rudolph, say, cheer Rudy on, let's go Mason Rudolph, let's have a crack. You know what, you don't have to do crazy things, but he does have a good arm for the deep ball. He can find Pickens, and he can find Austin, and he's got a quick release. He sees one man open, or sees guys, he's closed. Next guy open, boom, throw the ball. So why not? Why not give Mason Rudolph a chance? I'd rather play and watch Mason Rudolph 100,000% over a washed up Aaron Rodgers. See you later.